It appears that I have gone live, and I'm going to try something on this video that I have not tried before. And it may be a little shaky, and it may be a little dark, and it may, be all right. But I am going to try to talk about God. Is God a who or a what? That's a pretty good question. And I wanted to know. Most people, if I ask them, who is God? They might come up with an answer. If I ask, what is God? They might come up with the answer. I am going to see if I can turn the camera onto a book. I'm going to do that now as I touch the screen. We'll see what happens. Here we go. It did it. I have Genesis. And in Genesis, we find God. How many of you can see God in Genesis right there? Can you see God? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning one day. Folks, I just read 5 verses right there. And God is in those verses a number of times. Now, what can you tell me about God? God, well, you can say he created. And then you can see Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. God speaks and says, "Let there be light." There was light. God saw the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning one day. Now, God, in verse 6, said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." And God made the expanse, and separated the waters which was below the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it was so. And God called the expanse heaven, and there was evening, and there was morning a second day. Now, that should not be complicated to anyone who reads. You should have learned something about God now. And it's evident that God has created the heavens and the earth. Now, some way people get confused. They get messed up. They get told things by people. And there is where things get messed up. We have one day, and then we have a second day. And you can know that God is not a man. So please be convinced that if somebody tells you God is a man, be sure to tell them they are wrong. And now for the end of the video, we are back to me. and I don't know where the end of the video comes. But if I figure out how to stop the video, it will come to an end. Yes, it will. I don't see how to stop it. It says you want to stop streaming. I'm going to say yes. Thank you.